Okay, class, in our last discussion, we talked about showing why these work here. And this is the sum and difference formulas for the cosine. So what we're going to do now is take a look at how it's useful. So we're asked to find the exact value of the cosine of 75 degrees. And we don't have that here. 75 degrees would be halfway between 60 and 90. And obviously, for exact values on our unit circle, we don't have that. However, if we think of 75 as 45 plus 30 degrees, then we can plug that in here and we have a way to do it now. So let's take the cosine 45 plus 30 degrees. So based on our formula, that's going to be the cosine of 45 cosine of 30 minus sine 45 sine 30. Okay, so we do have exact values for each of these now. So for the cosine 45, we're going to take the square root of 2 over 2 and then multiply it by cosine of 30, which is the square root of 3 over 2. And then we'll subtract sine 45, which is square root of 2 over 2, and the sine of 30, which is 1/2. Okay, so this is going to be a square root of 6 over 4 minus the square root of 2 over 4, or the square root of 6 minus the square root of 2 over 4. All right, now in this example, we have a little different situation because we're asking for the cosine of pi over 12. Okay, now pi over 12 is going to sit halfway between 0 and pi over 6. And we do not have coordinates for that, so we don't immediately have the exact cosine and sine, but because of this rule here, we can take and rewrite pi over 12 is equal to 3 pi over 12 minus 2 pi over 12. Okay, so that'll obviously create pi over 12, but if we reduce 3 pi over 12, we get pi over 4, and then of course that's going to be pi over 6. So for pi over 4 and pi over 6, we do have exact values, so we can put them together with the difference formula for cosine. So we're going to rewrite this as the cosine of pi over 4 minus pi over 6. And then according to this, what we showed in the previous video, this is going to be the cosine of pi over 4 times the cosine pi over 6 plus the sine of pi over 4 times the sine of pi over 6 . Okay, so that's going to be the square root of 2 over 2 for the cosine of pi over 4. And the cosine of pi over 6 is the square root of 3 over 2. Looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? Plus sine of pi over 4 square root of 2 over 2. Sine of pi over 6 is 1/2. Okay, so that's going to be equal to a square root of 6 over 4 plus square root of 2 over 4. And I could think of this as a factor out this 1/4, and then just take the square root of 6 plus the square root of 2. Or if we want to, we can put this and just make it square root of 6 plus the square root of 2 over the common denominator of 4. Either one of those answers should be acceptable.